07 Commanders. Commander Will Fearion here. Call sign Foxtrot Echo 1. Today I want to talk a little bit about, and you may have heard about this, the new meta for right now for combat is fighting fighters at a stronghold, an enemy stronghold, preferably. And we're going to talk about that today. I kind of stumbled across this, but now I'm seeing more and more videos. Looks like other people were looking for something to do as well. And I was left a little bit wanting. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but boy, did I find something really cool. So what we're going to talk about today is the Python Mark II and the Seeker missile racks, okay? Now, the Python Mark II happens to have four Class 3 slots, and you can buy Seeker missiles pretty much anywhere, and you can engineer them. So we've engineered four of them with high-capacity magazines and overload munitions. So very explosive, okay? And we got four of those, and then I also I don't know that these are the ones I'm going to keep for now, but I have long-range flow-controlled burst lasers for just, like an insurance policy. You can use two more missile racks, obviously. However, then you have less ammunition in the Class 2s, and you don't really need them. Not with this setup. Not this. Any ship that's got four Class 3s slots or better, four, like three Class 3s and a 4, or two Class 4s, or anything where you can put at least four of these bad boys on it, I think you would be just peachy. This ship for me just happened to be already built up with shields and all that kind of thing. We can go over that. But for right now, let's talk about utility mounts. This thing is a pure shield tank, okay? It's got heavy-duty shield booster with super caps. It's got another set heavy-duty, and thermal resistant with the super caps. Shield boosters, resistant augmented with super caps. There's a lot of super caps. Just a lot of super caps. And I'm not saying this is the only way you can do this, but this is the way I got it for now, and that's what we're going with. So on our core internals, I probably should put reflective on here, but right now I have lightweight alloys, which seem to be working fine. The power plant is an overcharged with monster because I need a lot of power. You can see I'm running a little tight on power as it is right now. Thrusters, dirty drive tuning, drag drives. You got your SCO shielded. Well, interesting. Shielded FSD and stripped down. Interesting. Probably to help with the jump range. Not sure what I did that for, but hey, it works. So life support is miscellaneous lightweight. Power distributor is charge enhanced super condies, and the long range scanner. On the internals, this thing is, like I said, this is a pure. And if you're wondering, Commander Fearion, why aren't you talking about the pack hounds? Well, I don't have pack hounds. Okay, and I also don't have the shields either, the prismatic shields. So we are using bioweaves, reinforced high cap. We got two shield reinforcement, Guardian reinforcement packages, and these are augmented with the anti-Guardian zone, but don't really need that here. Like I said, this is just this was a build I had that was close enough. Okay, so heavy-duty hull reinforcement with deep plating. Couple of those bad boys, and they are, the same. And of course, this is probably the most important part, is that you have the advanced docking computer. And then that's it for the build. Now, if you want to see that build, whatever it ends up turning into, you should. There's links in the description below. I'll link to this particular ship in the description so that you guys can see what it is I'm talking about. And also, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take you right out there and show you what this thing can do. It's it's pretty fun, guys. I think I don't know if the Taipans are a placeholder or if they're going to be a a static entry, but I'm hoping that if they are just going to have fighters like this, I hope they eventually put in different versions, you know, like kind of like scouts for Thargoids, because I've come to the realization that the strongholds are pretty much a Titan. They take up about the same amount of space. You can do all the same kind of fun experiments to them and shoot them and collect things and steal stuff. It's amazing. So, yeah. I think that going forward, we're going to see a lot more stuff coming out of down the pike. And I'm hoping that they add some new ships for the strongholds, and especially for the combat zones. I'd like to see them put in some bigger ships, similar to interceptors, that you don't have to just chase around and shoot the shields off and kill them. Blah blah blah. Some where you actually have to target certain subsystems and take them out that way, kind of like the interceptors. That would be really cool, and they could have different, they could have a couple different levels of that, and then obviously it'd be really nice if they had a bigger ship that is like a Hydra, so that we could do the same kind of combat zones we were doing before. Of course, if they add into the mix, if they add in the ability to have combat zones with repair support or station support of some kind, that would also be ridiculously amazing. And it would in my opinion, it would further the chance of success for this system to go forward. One other thing, whilst I'm talking about it, is that I think too they might want to consider with the Taipans or whatever they end up doing there, just to make it so that they're like drones or drone pilots, or just called pilots, so they don't have to name every single drone all the time, or so they don't have to name every single fighter, because that probably takes up a bunch of cycles to do every time anyway, and a bunch of random names get generated. That just seems like too much work. Just drone. Scouts didn't have names. They were called scouts. They had different classes though. And there are several different kinds of fighters in the game. There's at least three or four human versions, and then 3 guardian. So I mean, there's a lot. So they could do a lot with that. I don't think anybody'd be mad if they had, and they could have not necessarily powers, but they could have buffs and stuff that they can help buff the bigger ships. I would just rather see another class of ships that are not in the game, that are a little bit bigger, because fighting the same old human ships over and over and over, that gets a little wonky. Plus, like I said, it's just, it would give us something interesting to do. Like oh, you can't just kill this one. You have to shoot his power plant out, or not even a power plant, but you know what I mean. Maybe different things. Maybe you can't shoot the power plant. Maybe you have to shoot off his wings or something. I don't know. Something. But, people much smarter than I will be figuring that out. So right now we're heading over to the stronghold carrier. This is for Yuri Rom. So apologize ahead of time to all you Yuri Rom fans, but, I just happen to be in the neighborhood, and I needed to find out what's going on here. Now, the only thing I'm unsure of is, once we get in here, I'll show you. The best way to antagonize the get the fighters to come out. You don't have to shoot anything in particular. All you gotta do is shoot one mega ship, and then pretty much next thing you know, there'll be a lot of little guys running around. So you don't have to do anything special there. The only thing I don't like too is I don't like that there's so many ways. I feel like if you're in power play and the opponent is also in power play, then there should be no reporting of any kind of crimes. You should not be able to get notoriety. You should not need to get fines. I also don't like the no fire zone next to the stronghold carriers. I think that should be wide open. You shouldn't be getting all these fines all the time. The whole point is to generate money and merits, not spend them on little things. Like it's discouraging when you have to deal with, you know, that you now I have to go to like an interstellar factor, say, and pay off all these fines I got to pay to Yuri because I got in trouble. I should not get in trouble with Yuri at all. This is war, right? So that's something I hope they really look into. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to get the guns out here. We've already been out here once tonight, but we're going to go out again. I'm going to kind of show you where we're at. I don't think it even matters which ship you shoot, but you can basically find any port on any of these ships or whatever. I don't even think you have to find a port. Here, I'm just going to shoot the side of this ship. There. Okay, now they're mad at me. Now I'm going to take off because I done assaulted them. Okay. Now this is just for fighters. This all we're worried about right now is for fighters. So we're going to go ahead and back off. You want to back out. You want to get out of the no fire zone so that you're not getting fined every 5 seconds. And then once you get out of the no fire zone, you will find there are a lot of fighters out there. I'm going to go ahead and turn around. There's one right there. Look at him. Now see, if you have these, you see he's a Taipan. You can shoot him. Oh, see, I was in the no fire zone. I'm going to screw it up. Now these seeker missiles, they'll lock on. As soon as they lock on, you can shoot them. Okay. Now these guys are a little tricky to shoot. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta kind of keep them in the zone. Give them a little poof, and then you shoot them. He's dead. It's just gone. He's gone. Yeah, I'm still in the no fire zone. Oops. So I'm gonna back off just a little bit. Probably a little bit in the wrong, not in the right areas. So yeah, we got a whole gaggle of dudes chasing me right now. I can't remember what the fire zone is, how far away it is, but I'll just keep moving until I get out of it. Now that's a real ship. So that one you probably don't want to mess with because you might get a fine from him. But any of them little stars, any of these little star guys, what the hell? All kinds of little chasing. Okay, here's one. Taipan, there's a Taipan. Yep. Let's check him out. Let's see what we can do to him. Boom. Bye, Taipan. Boom. Now, come on. You guys know that. So the downside, obviously, to the seeker missiles is even the pre-engineered versions that you can build don't have a lot of extra bullets. We need more bullets. Now I know the pack hounds have way more bullets, but the pack hounds are also class 2. I don't think they come in a class 3. So you have to deal with that. But they do have more bullets. So I don't know if they can do that, but they can. They should be able to. Now I'm getting pretty beat up, so I'm gonna kind of scooch out of here a little bit because we got all kinds of people firing at me. My shields ain't doing all great, so we're gonna back off a little bit and try to see if we can't get these guys to calm down. Okay, these guys are gonna calm down, and then they're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right, Commander. We're gonna do this. Now we're gonna turn around, see what's coming, and it also seems to help if they're coming towards you. Type in, see if we can get them lined up. Now this kind of, if you're close enough, oops. God dang it, did it twice. If you're close enough, the first lasers will work. Jeez. So yeah, you wanna kind of not lose your shields if you can avoid that. That'd be great. So right now I've got a whole. You can see how many of them are firing at me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 ships firing at me right now. So we're gonna back off a little. So even for little guys, they're pretty tough. They're pretty. They swarm you just like the scouts in the Thargoid War. You know, so it's the same kind of deal. Let's see. Is this a lonesome? Oh, he's not one that I want. There's still big ships chasing me around too. Now I could probably take them on too, but like I said, it doesn't even matter if they shoot you first. If you shoot them back, a lot of times you end up with a bounty, or whatever. Yeah, bounty on your head. So then it basically prevents you from doing a lot of stuff once that happens. So that's probably not the best idea in the entire universe. But there it is. Oh, is he firing a missile on me? Totally is. These police are just not leaving me alone. I got the popo on me. But, commanders, that's basically my 2 cents on this situation. If you have any ideas or what you want to tell me about what's going on and how it's not anything like a Thargoid war when it actually is. If I took a picture of this from the same distance away from a Titan, I bet you it'd be the exact same size. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for today. My 2 credits, commanders. My name is Commander Fearion. I will definitely talk to you guys again really soon. 07, commanders.